Welcome everyone to our Two Posh podcast. I'm Gabrielle here with my daughter Marcella.
Hello.
And our Puerto Rican co-host Bernie.
Hola, ¿cómo estás, chicas?
And Spider.
Hello.
Oh, Spider, I was expecting
Me
something
too.
else.
That was so boring.
What was I supposed to do after
I know,
yours?
my bad, man. My bad. I took your native tongue.
And Valerie Wilhelm is joining us again.
Hello.
For the show, co-hosting with us. We're very excited to have her.
Thank you for having me.
We love Valerie. I'm going to just tell you guys what we're going to talk about today. This one will be part 2 of what elegant women should never do.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
But before we get there, I wanted to tell you guys that I just saw an announcement pop up on my phone that J-Lo and Shakira are going to do the halftime show at the Super Bowl.
I saw that. That's exciting.
Where
where would the cheerleaders be?
J-Lo's out here killing it right now.
What's J-Lo wearing?
J-Lo
Sharon and
is
Karen are
goals.
going to be pissed.
And I have something about that.
J-Lo is goals.
So you guys, there is a plastic surgeon that somehow, I have no idea where this came from, somehow followed my Instagram account. I don't know how this happened. But anyways, I've since seen his postings, and I think some of the stuff that he posts is really funny.
Can you say who it is?
Yes. And I'm going to tell everyone to go look at it because he posted this morning about J-Lo, a reality check post, and I wanted to read it. And everyone should go to Dr. Galanis Plastic Surgery. And he has a picture of J-Lo on his Instagram page, basically side by side. And one shows J-Lo's obviously filtered in the picture, and then one shows a more real picture. And Marcella, would you like to read what he said about it?
Sure, and then I'll show Bernie.
Mm-hmm.
Bernie's on edge.
I'm like, I just want to see.
Here's the picture.
Wow.
Wow.
I really like what he said. That's why I wanted to
So
share.
it says, warning, long ranting post. So basically, Jennifer Lopez, how does she do it? She's 50. She has goals. First, second, a third. I am not here to bash or shame a beautiful woman, nor am I here to equate aging with loss of beauty. Jennifer Lopez is a smoke show at any age and is goals. But with the release of her latest movie, J-Lo has once again popped up as an ideal of age-defying beauty, and I fear it's another example of idolizing that which is not grounded in reality.
Fuck no.
Although her timeless looks are absolutely praiseworthy, let's be clear here before we further pollute public discourse with unhealthy beauty standards. Jennifer Lopez is blessed with genetics, a tireless work ethic, limitless financial resources for beauty products and services.
Exactly.
A team of experts, and yes, through no fault of her own, a media machine that can manipulate video and photographs. Now, even with these resources, she is still showing signs of aging, just like we all do. Again, she looks amazing. I am not taking away from that at all. I look like a pear-shaped raisin with 4 twigs sticking out when she'll still be gracing fashion mag covers. That's not the point here, though. The point here is that we run the risk of shaming ourselves while fruitlessly chasing standards of beauty and aging that are not grounded in reality. Thoughts? Is Apollo rubbing off on me? Am I being an asshole?
Apollo is his dog that is really cute.
I want to say when I say Jennifer Lopez is goals, I mean it in a sense that she does not let her age defy what she's going to wear, what kind of movies she's going to make,
And
how
that
she
is absolutely
dances,
feels,
how
looks.
she feels.
She's awesome. I love Jennifer Lopez.
That's what I say. She can, I don't care about the wrinkles part, whatever. When I say goals, I mean like that girl at 50, okay, did a movie called Hustlers recently where she is a stripper. And I think to like Sharon and Karen of the world in our last episode about the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders would be like, how dare her like get on a pole and do, which by the way, I've taken a pole dancing class and that shit is no joke. For if you can do that stuff, you have a very strong upper body, by the way. That's just a side note. But I think that the way she dances, the way she looks, behaves, how she talks,
when she performs, she gives it 1,000,000%.
And she dances
amazing.
like a 20-year-old.
Yes,
she is
incredible,
freaking amazing.
So when I say goals, I mean goals in that sense, not necessarily how she looks. I think she's just not letting
age define her.
But even to you, to my mom, I'm like, no, it doesn't matter how you what your age is. I said this the other day. I said, what is age anyway? Like, what is the point of saying how old you are?
I think the Sharon and Karens out there are taking away from the women who want to embrace 40 and 50 and 60 and look good. I mean, at my CrossFit, the strongest, Lydia Beer won. She's like the strongest female in America at her age.
How old is she?
63, I think.
Damn. But
that's like 72-year-old or whatever, 82.
Yes,
these people are amazing. They're inspiring.
Working out and going to the gym and telling yourself that you are not old. I tell my mom all the time, she's not allowed to say that. She's not old. You're only as old as you feel.
I'm never allowed to say
or
anything.
Be proud of it. Like this, this wrinkle, like from here to here, is my age 40 from doing a lot of this year because I've just been like, what?
But I think for women,
but I'm embracing it.
But I think for women too, like I know talking to a lot of women or even my mom, you live a certain way and you look in the mirror and you look a certain way for so long. And then age is kind of a motherfucker. Like you're like, what the fuck did I do to get why am I suddenly, I've lived this life and I'm comfortable with who I am. And that goes for weight and the wrinkles and the hair, all the stuff that happens. And I know from my mom and other women I'm around that are older in age. That they complain about the same thing, and it's like, well, fuck, like why do men get better looking sometimes with age, and that's a fucker too. And
I will give you some credit on that one. It's really pretty crazy how
so that's
I've just gotten so good looking as I've gotten older.
You really have.
I just feel handsome.
That's my compliment to you.
Thank you.
But I think if you want, like, why can't women at 60? Who's the woman who just did Sports Illustrated? She is in her 50s. She just did the runway for Sports Illustrated at Swim Week, and it's basically like defying age, which I'm sure the Sharon and Karens of the world are very unhappy with her too, because she's probably an idiot for whatever reason.
She wore
in a swimsuit.
We can't wear bikinis.
But why do you have to suddenly be an old person and be old? Like, what does that even, like, I don't get it.
When was that decided? Like, I don't know either.
What age do you have to suddenly be old?
Like, you have to cut all your hair. There's all these rules that used to be, but we're going to go to the Elegant Women.
Oh, yeah.
How about let's go stay on our track, and we're going to have part 2 of what elegant women should not do. We had a part 1, and I didn't get through all the things, and I think it's important that all women hear what is important too.
Which, by the way, Valerie, on Elegant Women part 1, I failed.
Oh, I'm all right, Karen and Sharon.
Definitely not.
Here we go.
Bernie, when I edited that show, I laughed out loud because Bernie goes, Marcella, you're
by
fucked.
number 3. I was like, oh, fuck.
Well, there's no elegance here. Just
no
kidding.
elegance.
I say that with love.
No, it's true.
Okay, this is a test.
Yeah,
It basically you say, oh, I do that, whatever.
Is there a button to?
We need
I need one of those for sure. That makes
like
good.
the X Factor button.
Oh yeah, X Factor button.
Bell, ding ding ding.
So, elegance, first of all, is a state of mind, first and foremost, and it's a magical quality that women possess and they can have. And you guys decide if you think it's important or not. Elegant women don't waste time on social media. Sure, elegant women enjoy being social, even social media, but wasting hours scrolling your Facebook feed? Elegant women don't obsess over what everyone else is doing, guys. You're not supposed to peek over the fence into your garden.
Karen and Sharon.
I'm elegant because I have no clue what's going on in the houses around.
Most people obsess over others' actions because they're afraid of missing out or out of envy. The elegant woman rises above all that chatter and focuses on her life masterpiece. In other words, she minds her own business.
That's a good one.
By the way, limiting your time on social media will also support you in not looking around at others.
I'm elegant when it comes to that one.
Yeah,
that's
agree.
Are you?
I don't give a shit about anybody else's
You
business.
really not give a shit? Like,
I really don't.
yeah.
Lucy said that her friends, they were cheering the other night, and I came up in the stand and went around and walked up and sat down. And when we were driving home, she said, "My friend said you were so batty," and I was like, "I know, I'm so batshit crazy all the time." I know. She's like, "No, batty, like you don't give a shit, like you're like you don't
bad
care,
bitch.
Yeah, like you're a bad bitch, like you don't care about everybody else. You're just doing your own thing."
Valerie, you are one of those women that actually is one of those that wants other people to do well.
Yes.
You are one
Yes.
that encourages other women. I would never think that you are like jealous of other people. It's just the opposite.
Yeah. And I think that natural jealousy, there's a little that is healthy, but I think then that's where Jesus comes into play. Is this
like Bernie's shirt?
Bernie wears a shirt.
Y'all need Jesus.
Part of the 7 deadly sins. I mean, it's
envy.
But constantly, like,
yeah.
Thank you.
Elegant women don't try to change other people's behavior. She knows it's not possible, so she doesn't waste her time trying to do so. Instead, she's focused on showing up as the best version of herself, having boundaries around what she will and won't accept, and allowing people to be who they are. The result is that she takes control over her own emotional life. She knows the only person that can cause her to feel anything is herself.
So should we send those points to Karen
and Sharon?
Because you're not an elegant woman for hating on other elegant women. Because I don't think any of the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders are not elegant. I'm just saying. Awesome. This is, I mean,
it's going to take some practice to learn the new behavior, but we could start off with some kind of aid focus on yourself.
I think it takes time, though. I mean, I think to pull all this stuff off, that takes time, because I think naturally, I'm not elegant.
But that's why we're talking about it, because I think it's important for people to hear it and maybe think about it. Like maybe think about yourself. And what
I have
you're
worked
doing.
so hard on what you're reading.
So exactly.
Years.
So that's right to my point, right? It took you time to develop to get like that, because I think at one point we all give a shit what people think about us, and I think for me, not being the elegant man, is that I've gotten to the point of where I've been so disappointed with people and their opinions, and that I just don't fucking care now. Like it's made me not like a lot of people, like not just people specifically.
Circle got real small.
My circle got small to me. And Stacy and you guys.
Cut the herd.
Just you guys, the family.
Cut the herd.
Yeah, absolutely. But that takes time to do that. So I think that really that takes time to develop that. But I think that's a great list.
Yeah. Elegant women don't worry about things they cannot control. An elegant woman understands that worry takes her energy in a direction that isn't supportive of her most beautiful life. Instead of worrying about her life, she looks at what she does have control over and focuses her attention there. When worry does arise, she acknowledges it and gives that part of herself some extra TLC. Then she shifts her attention to all that's good and right in her life and maps out her next steps. As a wise, elegant woman once told me, worry is praying for what you don't want. Focus on what you do have control of and saunter in that direction. Plus, most things we worry about never happen. I am going to admit, I am the worst at this, and I need to work on it. I try to work on it. I read something the other day that popped up, and it said, when you worry,
I posted that.
Is that what you posted?
Some fucking girl. She's dressed like a slut.
What does it say?
When you worry or you think about something that hasn't, you hurt yourself twice.
Oh yeah, you go through it twice.
So what's the twice?
Projecting that energy, so then
and you're putting out in the universe.
So what's the twice?
It's that you're killing your own self by worrying about something that hasn't happened yet, and then if it does, you then are destroyed by it happening anyway. So you've hurt yourself 2 times.
So with that being said, how do you address that or adjust that? So, because I can say for a fact, 99% of the people who are listening right now worry. I fucking worry all the time.
My favorite quote, and I think about it a lot too, is fear and faith, where one exists, the other does not. And you cannot have faith when you have fear. And we're supposed to have faith in God and faith that everything
is supposed to work out how it's supposed to. I struggle. I'm going to admit it. I struggle with that so much. It is unbelievable.
Yeah.
It is terrible. I sometimes wonder, where did this come from? There was a time in my life I didn't worry. I am actually so envious of my 8-year-old self, where I didn't worry. I didn't know anything better. I mean, I'm envious of my 18-year-old self when I just got on a plane and flew to the United States with my girlfriends. I never even had a thought. I didn't have a thought that something could be wrong with a plane or anything else. And now it is just nonstop worry in my head.
Well, I just posted in my reading today, and I love this, and this is where I go a lot. And fear has been perhaps my greatest gift, because it forces me to make a conscious contact with my higher power.
That's good. I think sometimes for me, so it's funny you just said that, because I can sometimes reflect back to when I was younger. I didn't even fucking care. Right? I think I don't know if it was just that fear that fear that it's just of time, I'm young, whatnot. I think sometimes when I start getting fearful or concerned about a situation that, just like you were saying, it hasn't even happened yet. So we get more fearful of we create our own fear, right? Yes. Well, this could happen, and oh my God, and what? shouldn't even happen yet. So we almost make it happen, right? We manifest it to happen, for a lack of a better way to say it, because we put all the energy of, well, this is going to happen and stuff like that. And I think as I've gotten older, my fears come from the way of I'm getting older and I don't have that time like I did when I was in my teens or my 20s or my 30s. And so I start thinking that. So that's where mine come from. So I have to really work my ass off on it, because if I don't, I'm my own worst enemy.
I think even reading this right now makes me want to like work harder and find new things every day to just get rid of those worries. But there's like stuff that pops up and you go, oh crap. Like actually one of Jolie's new friends from her voice class, her mom texted me last night and she said, I am surprising my daughter with a trip to New York. I want to take Jolie.
Oh shit.
That's hard for you.
I immediately was like, I couldn't even talk because my worry is so terrible.
What's your worry on that?
Everything. You can't even go.
Putting her 15-year-old on a plane to go to New York. No
is
way.
it an option for you to go to?
Well, this is where it became. I have not talked to her yet. I need to call her, but I'm just saying, I know so many people that would go, my gosh, yes, I don't want to take that opportunity away from my daughter. No. And me, there's sexual trafficking, there's the plane, this is New York, this is everything comes in. I don't know these people that well. I'm like, oh my God. What? So what I did though this time, I text Patrick. I go, what do you want to do with that?
What did he say?
He said, unless one of us goes with her, absolutely not.
I wouldn't go. I would never, ever.
She is really, I mean, that's a young, I don't know. That age is hard in New York.
I wouldn't even let that, and my brother, you guys met Ralph, he's amazing. Yes. I would have a hard time letting Jet go with my brother, just because that's once he's on the plane, it's out of my control.
Completely.
And so
that's a little bit different though. I think that's more of a parenting decision. Worrying though about stuff that's like,
but that is still worry.
No, that would be my worry. That is like if
it is all surrounded with worry, because if you think, we have had so many kids that came with us on all kinds of vacations. And I've always thought to myself, man, these parents, they're like, that's unbelievable. And they let their kids go
on vacation with you.
No, but this is like,
I was younger.
Those people let their kids go with Marcella's dad, who was in the mafia. Like, I mean, think about that. That's kind of unbelievable.
What you guys don't know is Marcella's dad came and met them, said, listen, this is what's going on.
You're going to let your daughter go because my daughter wants her there.
Or do you like to wear cement shoes? Which one is it?
That could have been possible.
But Patrick is not a worrier, and he's the one who said, unless one of us goes. I mean, that's more of a safety thing.
He doesn't worry at all? Is Patrick not a worrier?
Not at all.
He seems so cool. Like,
no, he's so chill.
Yeah, very chill.
Yeah, he doesn't really cool.
He doesn't like to, like, he does exactly this. He does not worry about something unless he has to worry about it. That's his, like,
Patrick does not lay in bed with anxiety at nighttime.
He has this really cool vibe.
Random thoughts going through his head.
Mm-hmm. Elegant women don't dwell on the past. This is a big one too. Her past is done. She's learned and grown from her experiences. It helped her define what she does and doesn't want for her life. Everything has happened exactly the way it was supposed to. She gathers the lessons and wisdom gained and looks ahead. She thinks about the future she wants to create and the amazing opportunities at her fingertips. She doesn't stare in the rearview mirror because she has places to go. I just last week said, I have zero regrets of anything. I mean, I was married to a mafia guy and I still don't have regrets. Like,
well, because Gino and I would be here.
Hello. Exactly. But that's one of the things though, but there's so many other things that come with it. So I think that's very important, as long as you can learn from it. And I feel like if you learn from anything that didn't, it's not, my word is gone, that didn't serve you. That's what I want to say. And then you don't repeat it. That's what life is all about, right?
Right.
Elegant women don't flaunt their money. When I had lunch with Iris in the south of France, it was obvious she had tremendous wealth. When I complimented her Givenchy jacket and Birkin bag, she simply said thank you and moved on to talk about volunteering in Ghana and the latest book she had read. She never mentioned that she was an heiress to one of the world's largest shipping companies. She didn't need to. There's a huge difference between who the French refer to as nouveau riche, those who love to flaunt their money, and those who come from an old money mindset, those who have tremendous wealth and you'd sometimes never know. When I consider the elegant and wealthy women I've deeply admired, such as Princess Diana, Grace Kelly, and Oprah, they exude old money class. While I enjoy designer handbags and first-class seats as much as the next lady, there's something pretentious about using your belongings as a sign of how fabulous you are. An elegant woman may wear designer clothing, but the label doesn't define her. Her presence does.
Social media has a I think, first of all, they're all lying. I don't even know. But I think that
I have seen people actually show them money, like on social media, show money, show the constant shopping, show the constant
bullshit like that.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we have some friends that do that.
No shit. Like they show their money?
Money, cars, houses, everything they buy, every store they go to, what they bring home. It's just ridiculous. I find it bragging and very unelegant. Yeah. Just my opinion.
I think there's certain things that if you... I agree. I think it's obnoxious, right, to do it. And the challenge that I think everybody is not immune to it. Even if it doesn't strike you all the time, I think there's a natural part of us when we see stuff constantly posted. Yeah. There's a little bit of a part that you're like, fuck, that's nice or whatnot. The only thing that I love seeing people post is cars. I'm a car fanatic.
Of course.
So when I see shit like, watches and, trips and stuff like that, it doesn't do anything for me. I usually think you're a fucking idiot. But but the average person doesn't think that. And most of those people, just like you're saying, they're in such crazy debt. They don't even have that shit. That's not even theirs. Or the shit they have is fake. Their watches or their this or that's it's kind of funny.
Because we have a billionaire friend and he would never post any.
He doesn't even have social media.
He doesn't have social media. Most of my friends that are super wealthy They don't ever show off their money. It's so crazy.
But that's the whole thing about it, though, right? They're so used to that.
Yes.
Like they don't give a fuck. They're gonna, whether they're driving, a Kia or they're driving a fucking Bentley, they don't care because to them they don't have nothing to prove.
Right.
It's in their bank account.
Exactly. That's true. Nothing to prove. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that is so
They will
amazing.
buy you and your company and you're fired.
Yeah.
And I actually heard someone yesterday, Tillman Fertitta, I heard an interview with him and he said, for him, it has always been, he owns all of lingerie chains and everything. And he said that for him, it was always just of how he wanted to live his life. It was just for him. It doesn't mean showing off at all. It's just his own lifestyle and what he wanted out of it. And so he's a multi-billionaire. So insane.
Nice.
Elegant women don't do clutter. It drives them crazy as elegance requires white space and room to breathe. The elegant woman is constantly editing her life and letting go of the things that don't fit into her life. She says no to excess belongings, food, alcohol, commitments. When it comes to what she allows in her life, she asks herself, do I love it? Does it make my life better? If the answer is no, she lets it go. Something to think about.
Yeah, I like that.
I like that a lot.
You should always clean out every fall and spring.
Yeah,
I need
heard
to do that.
If you do that, God makes room. If you make room, God brings more. I heard that one time.
I have every year since the kids were born made them clean out their toys and clothes and stuff before Christmas for the new stuff to come in.
Yeah, I like that. I knew like the closet and stuff, but I do think there needs to be you need to do a sweep.
Yes, really good.
I need to do my closet.
Yeah. Elegant women don't wing their day. She knows that an elegant life is a disciplined one, so she creates a plan for her day and she sticks to it like her life depends on it because it does. Outside influences don't pull her away from what she's declared important for her life. Of course, there are exceptions such as sick kids or emergencies, but she knows very few things outweigh what she has deemed important. That is very interesting too. I feel like Marcella just started doing that.
Well, I have done this since I was a child. Though.
Oh, well, that is true.
Minute by minute. I know how long it takes me to brush my teeth. I know how long I used to make a list, wake up, 8 o'clock.
You're the fucking list queen.
List
the queen. List of everything.
It has to be. I can't do it on my phone. I have to write it.
Yeah, me too.
And I have to write everything. I have notebooks with me everywhere. I do too. Pen, a notebook. It is my life.
Consolidate the list.
I have to know what I am doing minute by minute by minute, and that is how I'm not more than likely. I'll never be late. Because I know literally how long it takes me to do my makeup. I know how long it takes me to make my bed, just in my head. And I've done it forever. What I did start doing recently is time batching, which I want to talk about later at some point. But
I just had this conversation with my boyfriend this morning because we're talking about what we're doing tomorrow night. And I said, I will be ready at 6. You tell me at 6, I'll be ready. But he's struggling, I feel like, with understanding when he bombards me with last minute plans.
hate it.
then I'm going to be late because I run minute by minute. And I think he's finally understanding I run hour by hour. Like in the morning when I wake up and read and meditate and pray and do my yoga, then I plan my day hour by hour. I know exactly what I'm doing when I'm doing it.
Exactly.
So if you want to come kill me, you'll know my schedule. It's very repetitive.
Dude, that's so, just saying, if you want to do anything, kill me specifically. My schedule is.
She leaves it this time every day.
Dude, that's so funny.
It's so true, though.
Do you do lists, Gabriella?
Oh,
I do lists too, but not so. I am not as disciplined with them. Like I will make a list. And then, Val always shows us a book with a list.
And look,
I
even tab my list. Okay.
Wow, you guys are some nerds.
I do not.
I'm kidding.
It's called Elegance.
You are elegant. Y'all are elegant, that's for sure. So elegant.
Elegant women don't try to be perfect. This is why elegance is so misunderstood. Mention the word elegance and most people immediately think a fully coiffed and well-behaved woman. That's not true elegance. That's considered piss elegant, trying too hard to appear perfect. Real elegance is a woman that embraces all parts of herself, the good, bad, and ugly. She embraces her dark sides and flaws and understands that it's what makes her so unique. She accepts all parts of herself, and for that reason, there's no one as comfortable and at home in the world than the elegant woman.
I agree with all of that. Everything.
Elegant women don't take life for granted. She wakes up each day and goes to bed at night with a grateful heart. Because she's focused on the best parts of life, she attracts the best. Through gratitude and appreciation, she focuses on all that is good and right in her life and the world. And because of this, there's always a sparkle in her eye and a zest in her step. Could elegance be the answer to most of life's problems? I think so. The more elegantly I live my life, the better it gets.
Yes, amen to all of that.
I think
agree
a
with
lot
everything.
of those things are really, really great to try to apply to your life.
That's interesting. I will just say this. I'll be the dick in here and say I struggle to think there's anyone who's consistent with that.
I agree.
I just don't think that's realistic. I think there's people who
It
can.
is not.
Yeah,
I agree with you, but I think these are points that we all can work on and maybe add some that I am going to work on my worry for sure.
I mean, that's the thing about it. I think even if you got 10% of that list, you did really good.
Yeah.
I'm serious, but man, I think that could, and I'll say this also. I mean, that could be not just an elegant woman list. That could be, I mean, what do you call an elegant guy?
But now it's time for our Miss Polly.
Polly. Yay.
Hello.
Hi, Miss Polly.
Miss Polly.
Here comes your jingle, my love.
This is Penis and Pussy Talk with Miss Polly.
Miss Polly, I hope we're all ready for this one.
Uh-oh.
I hope so too.
Do blue balls really exist?
You don't even
Just go ahead and ask
Miss Polly.
us do that right here.
What are they? What are they? Why and how do they occur? And can it be fixed?
And can it happen to women, but obviously not balls?
Blue clit.
Well, okay, so apparently what they are, of course, symptoms of hypertension may include heaviness or mild pain in the testicles when a male remains aroused for a long period of time without an orgasm. It's caused by the temporary buildup of the blood in the testicles. Okay?
And mild pain doesn't describe it.
No,
though.
fuck no. Not at all.
Have you guys had that?
Okay.
Yes.
Both of you?
I think
Yes.
all men have one or time.
I think pretty much especially teenage boys
for sure.
have
Yeah.
probably had them. Yes.
And do they actually really get like blue?
No, they don't get blue. So here's the description of it. And I'll let you tell your start. It hurts. Everything, putting your underwear on hurts. Like
Really?
walking. Yes,
like
it's brutal.
Like if you've ever had like sinus pressure, like where it feels like someone's just squeezing your head, but it's like that on your balls.
It hurts. Yeah. It's no exaggeration. And even if you do get relief afterwards, it still hurts.
Oh, wow.
For a little while.
It hurts
that
for a while.
dramatic.
It's that dramatic. It fucking sucks.
It's painful.
Yeah. So I think for I think it's more. I've got to imagine it's more with kids, right, or teenagers,
teenagers.
just because a teenager you don't have the access as an adult to having sex or for whatever.
You leave yourself.
Yeah. So
That's right.
yeah. So it's like it's bullshit. It sucks. It's very real. It hurts. Fuck you, blue
And
balls.
yes, females can experience what they call vasocongestion, which of course people call blue vulva as well.
Y'all ever had that?
Yeah.
I have no
Swear,
idea.
I ate at that restaurant.
I've never
one
heard
time.
that either.
Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing, guys. I mean, blood is what causes, when you're aroused, blood is flowing more and more to that area. So if you're in a constant state of arousal or whatever, and you don't really get any relief and your blood vessels don't constrict, then yeah, it's going to be painful. It's what happens when you get a migraine and your blood vessels are fully blown. If they don't constrict and go back down, that headache is not going to go away. And it's painful as
that's
all
very
freaking
interesting.
get out.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
I would think I would know if I had that or not.
Yeah, right.
I didn't think women got that. I know guys get it because I've gotten it, and Jesus.
Karen and Sharon have
It
it.
was just all about
I got it.
I'm gonna start calling it a ball migraine though. It just sounds even
Ball,
better.
That makes more sense.
ball migraine. All right, let's
when
go.
the blood flow turns to normal, it will subside.
All right.
Usually.
Yeah.
Well, let's go to our question of the day now that we all know about blue balls and blue vulva.
Vulva.
I didn't know about the vulva.
The two posh girls ask the question of the day.
Have you ever been catfished?
Oh, no.
Yes.
You haven't?
That you know of.
I mean, I don't really talk to people online. People have used my photos.
But isn't that what that means?
No.
No, what does
No,
it mean?
catfishing is what people do with my pictures. They take my pictures and they talk to other people and have relationships as me. So those people think that they're talking to me and they're not.
They don't necessarily use someone else's identity though. They just might make something up.
See, I always
There's all
thought- I
kinds
always
of
thought
ways
that. I
to be
didn't know that.
catfished.
I always thought they use it by using someone else's identity.
I did too.
So, I didn't know
There's
that.
so many different ways.
Miss Polly, how about you?
Uh-huh.
No.
Yeah,
Yes?
Was it
I have.
was it a truck
Yeah.
driver?
What happened?
Oh, God, please don't say that. It wasn't a truck driver. No, actually, they were from a foreign country. Yeah.
And they were pretending to be what?
Nigerian prince?
Somebody they were pretending to be from Texas, and but they were traveling, and it was just, yeah.
That's kind of scary.
I'd rather not talk about it. It was horrible.
Oh, wow.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss
I
Polly.
know.
Have you been
I haven't
catfished?
It's okay.
I have never been catfished. I haven't, but
Have you?
Oh, yeah.
What happened to you?
I mean, that whole first year or two when I was playing on
Dating.
dating sites, I probably got catfished a million times.
So you would
Yeah.
see.
But you have to say so
I got
because they're
good
really
at it.
What they're really good, from my understanding, at convincing. Like right? I mean,
Well, I got good at picking up on it within the first, 30 minutes of a conversation.
Initially,
Oh,
like,
they're good.
right? Like they're good. They're sending pictures. They're doing stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but if
they're-
you don't know the red flags to look for, you'll get catfished
But you
every
learn
day
really
on those
quickly
apps.
once you've been burned. Once you've been burned, it's like,
Right.
oh, okay, I
more
got your
leery.
number now, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
yeah. I have sat at a restaurant waiting for someone to come, and they didn't show up, and then I knew that was it. I was.
What do you
catfished.
feel? I mean, I get the idea, but what do you feel like when that happened? What were you feeling? Are you pissed?
Oh,
Were you hurt?
humiliation, like shame. I'm not good enough. I'm Sharon and Karen now.
Fuck the cheerleaders. Fuck those cheerleaders.
want to be sexy.
Everyone
Everybody.
needs to go listen to this show before our cheerleader show because it's Sharon and Karen.
Anybody knows
can't
Sharon
let
and
it go.
Karen,
That's
tell
my
them to call us.
unelegance.
You will understand. So on that note, we're going to thank you for listening and have a great day, everyone.
Thank you.